Lawson again with J-Tech, Diesel Technology Program. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to test the starter and how the different components work together. Now first I'm going to start off by just identifying the basic functions. This right here is your solenoid. Your solenoid engages the override clutch, which is right here, to the flywheel and to make the motor turn when the vehicle is started. Your motor, which is this part right here, gives the flywheel the torque to move the first rotations of the motor. The motor is on the inside, the housing is over it. The override clutch is this thing right here in the front, and it passes the torque of the motor basically by engaging itself to the flywheel, each gear. So basically I'm going to start by showing you how each of these work. This right here is just your relay that's added onto your switch. So I'm just going to show you how to test each one of these. That way you can know exactly what's wrong with your starter next time you ever have any questions. First I'm going to start with my basic jumper cables. I'm going to connect them to a negative side, find a negative ground, and depending on what I want to test is where I'm going to put my positive side. First I'm going to start off by just showing you how to simply just test the motor and the motor only. By testing the motor and the motor only, this should show you, the override clutch should show you some type of movement indicating that the motor works. So I'm just going to sit this on here. Like that. I'm going to get this to a positive and a negative. Actually, let me take that off first. Let's see if this will make it move. You see the override engagement is moving. So that indicates to me that my motor is all good and working. So next over here, what I can take this and instead of putting it right here, I'm going to put it one over. This is where all my positive connections are at, and this is my solenoid connection. So I'm going to now put it to my solenoid. As you see, it's not coming on, and that's because I've disconnected my relay. Usually it will be like this, plugged in, and as you turn the switch is how it works. But right now I just want to override that relay because I'm just testing. So I'm going to grab me a piece of wire like so, just to override this relay right here. I'm going to put one side, get a connection on it, and I'm just going to try to touch this to my positive part. So you see that pushed out my override clutch. So basically what that did was just overrode my my switch over here. So now my switch acts as if it isn't there, and this just closes the complete circuit. What that indicates to me is that my solenoid is good as well. So I could just leave that wire right there because next what I'm going to be doing is just basically a direct connect from here. Now really what I want to just see is if my override clutch and the solenoid, the little latch right here, is going to push it in or out. That's my last part I can test just to see if that'll work or not. We obviously see it works, but just to individually do that part, I'm not going to touch any of these posts right here. I'm just going to take this connection straight to my positive connection, and let's see what it does. See, it should only push it out a little bit, because all I'm testing is the lever gauge right here. All I'm testing is the gauge that pushes this in and out, in and out. So that indicates to me that we're good. So now to conclude, we have a good starter. And that's how you test the starter. Those are the different components and how they work with each other. Thank you for watching. See you next time.